Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're back. We're here. I know we're a little bit late, but that's just a thing that happens sometimes. Um, I will say that never mind. I won't say shit. I'm joined this evening by some very wonderful people. I'm joined by gotta get my Skype. I'm joined by the wonderful Nick. Say hello, Nix. Actually, first of all, mess with your push to talk and fix that.
There we go. Hello.
But
Hello,
second
everybody.
of
It's
all,
Knix.
nope, don't do anything yet. Oh yeah, you're unmuted. You can say all kinds of things.
I can say all kinds of things. What can I say?
You said them. We're good. We're done. We're past it. We also have the wonderful Uberbandit. Uber, say hello.
Hello, stream chat.
Mm-hmm. And we have the lovely Lyaa 6 is where she streams. Say hello.
Lyaa here. Hello, people. Long time no see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we have a newcomer popping his Sirken stream cherry tonight. Say hello, Mr. Gazer of Stars.
Hello, good evening.
Tell these people who you are and where they can find you.
I'm a P99 streamer, amongst other kinds of streamers, and my stream is at Twitch TV/Stargazer775.
Hmm. Well, I would say go ahead and throw a link in chat too, because people are lazy as shit. And if you
Sounds good.
just go ahead and link it, they might click it. They might not have the willpower to type it out on their own. But this guy's good. I've been watching this guy stream the last like month and a half or so that I've not been doing shit, and I like his stream.
You so
There's
rarely say hi. You gotta type something in chat when you come see me.
I like to lurk.
All right, that's
I'm
cool.
big on
So,
lurking, and
I like
people
lurkers too.
sometimes people don't like staff members, and I don't wanna I don't wanna scare folks away.
You know, when you showed up on my stream today to invite me to the show, I actually had the thought, every time Sirken shows up and says something in chat on my stream, it's good news. So maybe you're doing the right thing with limiting how much you chat.
Well, I try to bring good news. I'm a big fan of bringing the news that is good.
It works.
Oh, ha, yeah, Nix. I finally downloaded the thing to make your EQ better looking on the forums. So that's a
What
thing.
forms are those?
Our forums, www.project1999.com.
Thanks
Oh,
is on top of
those
the shit.
forums.
Oh, so Stargazer, tell me more. Tell me when did you start playing on P99? Tell me how you found P99.
Well, a friend of mine who I played EverQuest Live with a few years ago told me about P99, and I started it up and installed it, and he never really. I mean, he played with me a couple of times, but then I started streaming in November, and I started streaming P99 right around Christmas.
I see, I see, I see. And
I've seen your stream.
you you've been playing nonstop since then? Are you taking breaks?
For a long time since Christmas, had like a pretty solid 20-hour a week P99 habit.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I've been playing some other games to mix it up a little bit on my stream. P99 hit me with the hammer pretty hard a few times about a month ago, so I had to lighten up my dosage a little bit.
hmm Just to clarify, he doesn't mean the band hammer.
No, just the
I
just
was
the
wondering about
EverQuest
that.
classic hammer. You know,
I heard it after you said it, and I was like, hmm.
no, it's more like the Nerf bat. I don't know. What do you call it when you get that sort of domestic abuse from EQ and you just keep going back for more? What do you?
I don't know, but it sounds
It's
classic.
playing a ranger.
I thought it was called addiction.
Oh, addiction's such
Addiction.
an ugly word, Nix.
That nostalgia cloud. It's like a cloud that hopefully never goes away. Mine's
Well,
not
the
gone
cloud's
yet.
the good part.
Yeah.
I was just referring to the part where EverQuest just punches you in the face until you're all
Why did
bruised up and then punches you even harder.
I would
Know that
probably
part?
not play if it did that.
Oh
Just
my
saying.
goodness.
Oh,
I don't
hon,
think I'd
I
want to get
got
punched in
news
the
for you.
face.
EverQuest has
Well-
been punching you in the face for like 15 years.
I think
No,
maybe
it's
you just don't
wonderful.
realize the level of your EverQuest
Maybe my,
masochism
It's
yeah,
o-
maybe my tolerance is high. I don't know.
might be.
Phase
it's one of those
will.
abusive relationships where your friends are like, "You need to get out of there," and
And then I
then
go roll on red.
you're like, "No, but he really loves me. It's just what's not his fault. I just shouldn't say stupid things. He hits
Sounds
me out of
terrible.
love."
It sounds so much like what I say to myself when I die in EQ. No, it was my fault. Really? No, I deserved it. I shouldn't have. No, I shouldn't have pulled that. Really.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, playing EQ really is like being on the receiving end of abusive relationship.
A really good one though.
This one has dragons.
Oh man, Uberbandit dragons have been dying all over the place. You would not be pleased.
I'm aware. I actually had to resign due to some political intrigue. So unfortunately, I believe the Dragon Preservation Society has dissolved.
Oh my god, is there any chance of this making a reappearance in the future, or is it done, done, done?
Terra's a good game, so I don't think it will be back for quite a while.
Did you say Terra?
Yes.
Oh, I know somebody else who plays that once in a while.
I play Terra. That's crazy. What do you play?
I play Terra. Wait, what server are you on?
Mount Tyrannus or whatever.
Okay, I'm not on that one.
No! What are you on, Tempest Reach?
I think so. I know it's a PvE one.
Oh, okay. I'm on the
I think
PvP
it's
server.
Tempest Reach.
Well, what level are you? What are you playing with
I
class?
have a 60 warrior.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I have multiple 60s, but I play on the PvP server. I don't know. I like killing people over there. Anyway, this is not P99 related.
Is that allowed?
That game is fun. That game is fun.
It's a very good MMO.
Yeah, I played it a lot before it went free to play. I still play it now, like every now and then, just like Battlegrounds and stuff.
You should get like a server transfer.
Hell no, I love the PvP server. I'm playing on Red server on P99 now. I haven't really been playing Blue at all.
How's that been?
I mean, I'm low level, so it's fine, but I know I'm gonna have a heart attack when I actually start fighting people.
I am terrified of EQ PvP. It scares me to my very core.
It's a lot like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
It's like being in a train wreck, isn't it?
A little bit.
You're like inside it. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot like Eve PvP, where you're just kind of trying to keep everything together at once and then you're dead. And it's
Hey,
just
Brady.
slow and sad and not incredibly satisfying unless you win.
All right.
I feel like it might not even be satisfying if you do win, because you're just
Oh yeah,
Just
it is
waiting
because you're
for
on
somebody
top
to
of their
come up
fucking
and-
body. Like you.
I just feel like every fight that I would get into in PvP and EQ, there'd be somebody hiding in the bushes going, I don't care who wins, I'll fricassee the loser. And then they just kill us both when we're low health.
Oh God.
Oh,
That
all right.
sucked.
I gotta add another person.
Yay.
Maybe. We'll see. Hello,
Hey.
sir.
How goes it?
Welcome, Derubael. Tell us, sir, how long have you been on P99?
2012.
And how did you find this wonderful server?
I actually knew about EQMU like a long time ago, like years and years. I want to say like back when the project first came out, 2004 maybe, before it was really a thing and before it was really popular. And I didn't actually know that anybody had servers up and running. I thought it was just a program that you ran on your computer to just play solo. But apparently it's not that. Apparently it's a whole thing.
It is the
And
whole thing.
I ran into it a few years back. Actually, I think I ran into it like in 2009, but I didn't start playing then. Or maybe I did. Maybe I dicked around a little bit back in 2009 on like the easy server. I think I maybe like logged into P99 like once or twice. But I just didn't really have time to spend any time with it. So I really started playing again in 2012.
That's a whole lot of words. I would have also accepted. I went to www.project1999.com.
Oh, you guys weren't like legitimately talking about this. You wanted a plug.
Buddy,
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't give any shits how you
Gotcha.
found the server.
Well, I thought you guys were all sitting around here like, well, I found it by looking on the internet. Like, I went to Google in 2011.
My name's
That's what I
Derubael.
thought he
Here's
meant
my
too.
life story. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, I thought you wanted the story
You know what? No,
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you
back up
wanted
Derubael here. It's
of Blizzards.
it's been a while. The pedigrees need to be reestablished.
I understand. I understand.
People might not know who we are anymore.
You know what? My apologies for shitting on your wonderful story, sir.
I liked it. Just saying.
Oh, god damn it. Well, I was actually planning on starting this evening off by talking about some stuff that may have been read in the forums recently, but Derubael was very busy with server integrity critical matters, and so that had to be delayed. But Derubael, do you feel like jumping into that? Because we can jump into that.
Why don't you start and I'll
I'm
jump
gonna
in
start. I'm gonna
while you're
start.
warm.
Now, I know all you fine people listening here this evening. I know every one of you follow all the rules and have all the cleanest whistles in the West. I know this. But all of us may know some people who have less than pristine whistles. That being said, talk to these people and explain to them that they need to stop buying things and selling things with real money and real pizzas and even real breakfast burritos. All it
Pennies.
all it does is it murders the population and it aggravates the absolute hell out of us as staff members. Not
Think
just
of the halflings.
yeah, not just me and Derubael, but everybody. Because we don't make money off this shit. And if we wanted to, we very easily could. We very easily could open up a cash shop where I just stand in East Commons and you give me all your pennies and I give you fucking platinums and items and we'll do it cheaper than everyone else. I mean, we could do that if we really wanted to. We don't. We make the conscious effort not to. And so you're literally just throwing money away at people that we do not like because they have zero respect for what we do here. And so we were doing some stuff and we found some people and we found out how to associate bad people with these worse people. And then we backtracked and we got everybody. And now the population's like 400 people smaller.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
not
Yeah, that's the
what we
thing.
like to see. We went from a max population of over 1,400 plus concurrent players every night to a little over 1,000, 1,100.
Wow.
So,
I heard rumors, but I didn't know it was that bad.
oh yeah, it's that bad. A lot of the
Yeah.
details I know Rogan posted in a thread on the forums, and there's more details in other threads that players have started and various staff have commented in. But it's a lot worse than I expected it to be. I mean, you're always going to have some dirty whistles. I expected to hear like 20 to 50 players. When I heard over 400 accounts, something in my brain exploded. So I mean, Derubael, as the lead CSR investigator, would you care to jump in and offer your stuff? Because that is your area of expertise, my man.
RMT is bad. Everybody knows RMT is bad. Don't do it. You'll get even if you don't think RMT is bad, just don't do it because you're gonna get banned. I'm not really thrilled about having to ban that many people. When we were first going through the list, um, it's not something that we enjoy. We're not like, oh, we get to ban all these fucking people for RMT, but like it absolutely needs to happen because it's a rule on the server. And you need to respect it. I don't think I understand why. I get why people would want to buy items or why they want to buy plat, but I don't get why you'd want to risk your character. Like we're gonna find it. Like it's not that difficult. Like Rogan said in his post, the logs sit around forever. Like I was banning people who RMT'd back in September, and it's like you're gonna get caught eventually. It's gonna catch up to you at some point. Somebody's gonna snitch, and you're gonna end up getting banned. And it's not worth it. You could be level 60. Like you could RMT when you're level 1, and I could ban you 6 months later when you're level 60, and you're screwed. There's nothing you can do. We don't undo RMT bans. Like, there is no push this magic button and make it go away. Once you're banned for RMT, you're fucking banned for RMT, and you're not getting your account back. We don't pull items and gear off. We don't pull platinum off. Once your character is done, and you're not gonna get it back. And that sucks. Like, we don't like doing that, but we're gonna enforce the rules. And Nilbog has said multiple times that he would rather have a server with 100 people with pristine, clean whistles enjoying the game the way they're supposed to, than a server with 1,000 people who are all fucking dirty. And I completely agree with that 100%. I would rather have people that follow the rules and know how to respect the server and know how to respect something that Rogan and Nilbog have provided for them for free to enjoy on a daily basis on a really stable server that doesn't encounter a whole lot of problems. P99 has a pretty much 100% uptime. There's no drops, there's no lag. That's really impressive for a free project that is just put on by a bunch of dudes who are using this as a hobby. And people need to respect that, and people need to follow their rules. You're in their house, and just knock it off. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. If you go to your mom's house, and your mom has a rule where you take off your fucking shoes when you come in the house, you'd better take off your fucking shoes when you go in that woman's house. Otherwise, she's gonna beat your fucking ass when you're walking around with muddy boots. So
Mom will ban you.
Mom will
She
fucking
will.
ban you.
She's
She
not
will
afraid.
ban you instantly. She's not afraid. It won't even be a suspension. You will just be straight up fucking banned. And then you will have sat in a car all day driving to Wisconsin to get fucking banned.
Oh, I'm so glad you found a way to work that in.
I tried really hard. But yeah, I mean that's the bottom line. 400 accounts is way too many. And you know it's that doesn't even include the sellers. Like, that list was buyers only. The sellers themselves were on a completely separate list, and there was even more accounts. And it's totally fucking ridiculous. It should not be happening. It puts a ton of extra work on me and the rest of the staff. Time that we should be spending helping people who are not dirty. That's part of the problem here, is that when we're spending time on this RMT crap, all the people who have clean whistles, they're not getting helped. They're not getting their database lookups. They're not getting their item poops restored. Like, they're all just sitting around because we have to deal with all the fucking dirty people and their nasty ass shit covered whistles. And these other people who have clean whistles, who haven't done anything wrong, they're not getting helped, which is not right. It's not right, and it's not okay. And it absolutely affects the whole server for that and a number of other reasons. So just cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out.
Get him. Get him, Derubael.
I do believe with these 400 banned, you will probably see a pretty decent decrease, only because, as far as I remember, there really wasn't a head on a stake situation to say, hey, RMT is getting fucked. So I think with the 400, people might go and hesitate before they actually start buying because, oh, well, they got 400 people.
I honestly don't ever remember an RMT sting this big.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of what the people needed were to be for things to be made an example of, to get the head on the stake.
Yeah, that was the whole idea, is that once we started realizing just what scale this was on, we knew we needed to send some kind of message that just said, y'all need to cut it the fuck out, because it's not working. And more people are going to get banned if you people don't realize that this is against the rules. So we just did it all at once. You know, we were waiting for a couple changes to happen before we actually put the list down. That stuff happened, and then the ban list came down, and you know, a lot of people were really upset they lost their accounts. There was a lot of people who came in and were like, you know, I RMT'd, my bad, I'm sorry. I realize now that it was against the rules and it was wrong. I don't want my account back. I just want to let you know that I'm sorry for wasting your time. And there was a handful of people who just came in and just said that and were straight up honest and made it quick, made it easy. And I was like, thank you very much. You're still welcome to play on the server. I have no problem with that. We're just not going to let you play on this account. And they were like, thank you, I understand. That's fantastic. And then there were some people who came up with elaborate fucking stories about how they got this platinum and what happened. We had people who were gambling at casinos that you don't pay this casino up front. You roll, and then the casino logs onto another character and gives you the cash on that character.
So that sounds legit.
Sounds
Not a
so
thing. It's not
legit.
legit at all. Like, you don't go to a casino and just be like, oh yeah, it's cool, I'm gonna gamble with you, and they're like, no, you don't have to give us any money, don't worry about it, we know you're good for it, buddy. It doesn't work that way. We had one guy who was saying that some chick paid him like $100K to send photos of himself to her. I'm just like, no, that's not like that didn't happen. You get out of
That
here.
was my
That's not a
favorite,
thing at
by the
all.
way. That was my favorite
There's
RMT
no way.
That's
Omniscient.
awesome.
There's no way that this is a thing that's happening. Like, I would love to believe you. I would love to believe that you're just that hot and that sexy in real life, that women are just showering you in Elf Simulator Platinum to get your photograph. But no, this is not a thing.
Derubael,
Um,
do women of P99 not pay you for your picture?
yeah, but this is totally different. Totally,
No, they pay him in
totally
real
different.
money, not in in-game plat. Come on.
They're trying to take advantage of the fact that I am of a higher status on P99, so it's a different thing.
Derubael, I have a question.
Yes, go.
Did you say that you have the sellers on a different list? You know who the sellers are as well? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's all tracked.
That's insane. So people who are
Man,
buying,
ban that many people for buying, we'd have to know where the sellers.
you know, okay. Well, just making sure that that's crazy.
That's all looked after. If it wasn't, then there would be nothing we could do. You know, if we didn't know who the sellers were, then nobody would ever get banned for RMT. Like, how are we supposed to know that someone's buying platinum if we don't know who's selling it?
So they know who the sellers are. Don't fucking buy it.
But we had one guy who said, nah, I don't remember this. We had one guy who faked a screenshot from live. Like, I was like, explain this trade to me. He's like, hang on, I got a screenshot. That was a transfer. And I was like, okay, well, you say it's a transfer, but like, there's no record of you transferring money to this person. Like, they're just giving you money and that's it. And he's like, oh, but no, it's legit. I got a screenshot. So he waited till his buddy could hop on live with him, like on the live servers. And he took a screenshot. And in the screenshot, you can see the fucking station cash down in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. It's like station cash. So I took his photo and I circled it. And I just put irony in big red letters, like,
Oh
this is
man.
my clean RMT whistle. Here's a station cash button right down here in the bottom left-hand corner. And he was like, "What's so funny about that?" And I was like, "Come on, like really, you don't. Did you just totally miss the fact that you took a screenshot with station cash on it?"
A plus. Oh, some of these people, they think they're a lot sneakier than they are just because they don't get insta-caught the moment
Right.
that it happens.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who said they knew this person on live, they played with them on this server or that server, or they were real life friends. Like, apparently these RMT people, they know all of their buyers in real life. Like, they're all just buddies. They just know hundreds of people and they just hand out platinum for no reason. Because that is the story I got the most. Like, this is my buddy. He was just giving me some platinum. Like, he told me to come play on P99 from live. I'm like, what server are you on? He's like, oh, I'm on this server. I'm like, that's great, because he's on 30 other servers. He's friends with people from all of those servers, and he's good enough friends with them that he'll just give them 200K. Like, that makes perfect sense.
Sounds legit. I mean,
How were they farming that much plat? I don't understand the economy on P99. I don't get it yet.
They don't farm it. That's the thing.
well,
Like,
we
it's actually
probably shouldn't get too much into.
no, but it gets bought. Like, that's how
I mean, the
most
people who are
do it.
selling the plat.
Well, the server's been around for 4 years. There's a
Yeah.
lot of platinum out there, and there's always going to be
Amazing.
somebody who's like, well, I'm going to sell out, and I'm going to sell all my platinum to person X, and like that's where they get most of their inventory.
Fucking person X.
I mean, person X,
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
coming
might have
for
been.
you, person X.
I told you that guy's whistle was dirty.
Oh
Yeah, you get endgame, you sell your stuff, and you're like, I have all this plat. I can make actual money off this, and then they sell it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
It happens.
I see it. I see
Yep.
it now.
It
Makes sense.
happened in live all the time, and
Unfortunately, you're never going to get rid of it. Like you just said, it happened in live all the time. I mean, I knew people that RMT'd off their accounts even before Kunar came out on live. So it's all if as long as people are willing to pay money for things,
yep.
someone's going to sell them those things. That's how it works. I just got to tell saying I'm using new character models for pets, and that is absolutely not true. I actually
Somebody said that to me when I was streaming. They said I had the new skellies on. I totally do not have the new skellies on.
no, yeah, these are These are the old skellies.
Wait, there's new skeletons?
They eventually updated the skeleton model.
I don't
And the
think I've ever
wolves.
seen them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Skellies and wolves, and you could turn them on in the titanium client if you wanted to.
Yeah, no. That's
Yeah, I
retarded.
think the first thing I did was turn the pet models back to the elemental turds because that's how I remember shit.
Yep.
The
God,
Lucklin
Sirken.
elementals are really quite
The
upsetting.
earth elemental is pretty good. I can dig the earth
Okay.
elemental.
Okay, I can tolerate the earth elemental. I'm with you on that one. The rest of them,
Yeah.
no.
No, yeah. Not at all.
God damn it.
Didn't the water one have gills and stuff?
Yeah, it had like weird
Ugh.
face spin things. So
And
it's
it
like
was
a mermaid.
floating on like a jet. It's like farting a water jet. It's like, and it's like that's how it floats. It's terrible.
Yeah, the new elementals are pretty fucking terrible. But the old ones look like little. I'm not even gonna get into that right now.
Is it
Oh god.
spooge?
Get into it. This is the play.
Yeah, they look like little. They look like floating spooges.
It's classic though. Classic, baby.
It's true. It is classic.
Look, the mages need something to look at while they're sitting there killing sea furies.
Sirken, somebody in chat wants to know what zone you're showing right now.
Plane of Hate. Old Plane of Hate. Which should get revamped at some point in Velius. Which would be sooner if more people would beta test Velius.
What do you
Yeah,
want
that's
us
a
to
thing.
beta test?
Everything.
Everything.
Absolutely everything. Because here's the thing. We've done all the things that we know are broken and wrong and need to be fixed. So at this point, literally anything. If we could just give you a list that says, check these things, we wouldn't need you to beta test them. Because we would know they were broken and we would fix them.
Well,
Here's my question
it's-
about the beta,
Mhm.
if I may, Nix.
Yeah, go ahead.
What level would you have to be to actually provide useful testing?
All levels, I'd say, what's Velius, like 25, 30 plus?
Villiers is 35.
All right, what figure everyone's been in Kunark for the last fucking 2.5, 3 years, so a lot of people should be a little bit above where they would have been on live. I'll say we'll compromise. I'll meet you in the middle. We'll say it's 30 plus. Anyone 30 plus, get your ass to Velius and just do things. I was running through, it was either Iceclad Ocean or Eastern Wastes, and we just saw a bunch of floating lines of text. And it's like,
Text.
yeah, just words floating in the
Yeah,
air.
that shit was so hilarious.
And I
This
mean,
was, this was on night 1, and we're just like, what is this? And we followed it all around fucking Western Wastes.
How many things in Velius can see in Viz?
you tell us.
Well,
Yeah, you tell us. Go beta test and let us know.
yeah, because you don't.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people are like, give us a list of what you need tested. And it's like, we don't have a list. Like, if we had a list, we'd be working on that list.
Go play the video game.
But I mean,
Well, I mean,
Practice
do you
rebellious.
want them to test like recipes and stuff like that,
test recipes,
or check doors and
check
make
doors,
sure-
check traps, check faction, check quests, kill merbs, see if you think drop rates are looking right.
Faction changes. Let us know if faction is leveling up at the right pace.
The infinite pathing bugs likely to be there.
Yeah,
Pathing bugs, Are
pathing.
you sure?
There was all kinds of pathing in Kale the first night. I remember that was ridiculous.
Spawn or bug spawns.
Make sure the boat works. I mean, literally everything. Test everything so that when we release it, people aren't like, this shit's broken, man. Why is this shit broken? And then I don't have to make a big ass post that's like, because you were too lazy to help us beta test. And then more words followed by like a slamdunk.jpg. Nobody wants that.
Except
I
you,
kind of
right?
want that. Not gonna lie.
God damn it.
You should
Oh.
start writing those posts now. Don't even wait for people to complain. Just dunk them first.
Just preemptive dunking.
Preemptive dunk.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. That's some dangerous ground.
I don't know. I don't know if I should be running around playing Time Cop.
God.
I feel you're about to do something stupid. Banned.
Faction hits, if you remember the classic faction plus minus the thing gummies. What else could be broken?
Everything can be broken.
Stats on weapons and other hoopajoop.
And there's a lot of shit that has been reclassicized that you might get a little nostalgia trip on. And if you spend enough time on the beta server, you can send Rogan a message if you see him on there. He's on there a lot. Actually, when you see the population of the beta server at 1, that's Rogan. But if you see him on there, just shoot him and tell him. Be like, hey, I'm trying to beta test a lot. Blah 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 blah. It's hard. It's a pain in the ass. Why don't you hit me up with some helpful stuff? And he might give you the ability to do little things like summon or res or just things to make the time sink less and the testing ability more.
That I think is what people need. I'm just thinking about the idea that going on to the beta server, like all these things you're talking about testing, it sounds like it takes a long time. You got to really play,
Yep.
and then you're gonna lose all those levels, right? Because it's a beta copied character, so you're not gonna keep any of that progress. So I think maybe people need a little bit of a push. They need to feel like they're cheating, so that they don't feel like they're losing all their actual progress.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I would second that.
your progress isn't going to get saved. It's a beta server.
Yeah, that's why
So
people don't want to do it. They don't want to spend the amount of time it would take to properly test, I think. So I think they want a shortcut.
I understand that, but people have also been bitching and crying and complaining for the last year that they want Velius. And so help us bring you Velius. I mean, if you have 3 guys testing the entire expansion, it's going to take a long time.
I mean, the problem is what they want is Velius. They don't want to test Velius and then play it again. They just want Velius.
Wow.
And a lot of the people that have been on break, waiting for Velius, the people that are just kind of burned, you're not going to see them in test servers because they want to come back and they want to be fresh.
Anybody who doesn't beta test Velius has no grounds to petition anything.
You should make it mandatory to enter Velius.
You know, I'm
There's somebody in
gonna.
the stream that
There,
wants to know if you can allow buffs, beta buff.
I'm pretty sure part of what Rogan gives you would allow you to do buffs. Or I think there's an NPC. Isn't there an NPC in
Yeah,
by the docks now?
the access won't
yeah.
let you do buffs, but
You have
there's
to find somebody to port you there, though, because the boat wouldn't take me the other day. I rode around and around.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
that,
bug that should be Thingo made.
I don't know if it's supposed to go back, but I feel like there's no reason for it not to.
Yeah,
I guess
somebody
the other thing
ported
is
me there.
people need to write bug reports, right? They need to test, and then when they see a bug, they need to tell somebody, right?
yeah, that's really important. The bug report side of that.
It's another thing I think that people find to be a pain.
Break
was
out
Just
trying
playing
that
to
old,
devil's
get-
advocate here, you know.
just break out that old classic EverQuest notebook you have where you wrote down all the stupid quest stuff and start writing down bugs.
I threw one of those notebooks out the other day. I was cleaning this
Ah,
big, but I found shit from. You guys remember Caster's Realm? I
Oh
found
yeah.
I found spell lists that I printed out from Caster's Realm back in the
oh
day.
man.
When the servers were down, I used to go to Caster's Realm and just read spell lists, like cover to cover. I would just read them. I just study them. And then I would see a message in chat sometime when I was playing, and it'd be like, someone so and so is short of breath, and I'd be like, I know the name of that spell. That's taking up a space in my brain now.
And Mortosaurus, you can absolutely box one character on regular server, and then as many characters as you want on the beta server. For all of our players out there, and I know that there's a huge portion of the community that thinks this, all of you guys that want to box, you can box as many characters as you want on beta. I've seen people 6-boxing on beta, and that
That's
is
true.
100% allowed, and you can absolutely go do that.
You can play on red, blue, and beta at the same time.
And you could play as many characters as you want on beta. You want a 20 box? You want to be Sam Deathwalker on the beta server? We're fine with that. You can 20 box in your underwear in a sex dungeon. We have no issue with that. Just don't post pics on the forums.
Can you guys gift me a level 35 or 40 mage on an account so I can 2-box Enchanter Mage on the Velia server? I will beta test on stream if I get a free level 35 mage.
No.
Now that didn't work.
All right, I'll start leveling it up now. I just need to do it on a second account.
You can do it on the red server, and then you'll level a little bit faster.
Oh.
And there's like no
I'm
one
not
1 to
dead all
30.
the
You'll be
time.
fine. And you're a mage. You're perfectly safe. You just throw the
Yeah,
pit at
you're
things.
perfectly fine. Not only that, but you just run with an earth pet on red, and just nobody will be able to touch you.
I don't know. I think I'm too much of a wimp to roll on red.
That's what everybody thinks, but you know what? Red's got a good community. Lots of people help out. Friendly group of people. You know, it really doesn't take that hardcore of a mindset to play on red.
And red is not necessarily kill on sight. There's,
No, it's not.
especially when you're leveling, there's a don't poop where you eat clause. You know, I mean, if you go in there and you kill someone, you know they're going to stop their leveling, just go in there to stop yours. So sometimes you just look at each other and keep a safe distance and shifty eyes.
Sounds very legit.
I mean, I was prancing about, I think, on a warrior on the PvP server just to blow some time. And there was a duo that was running around leveling, and they just ignored me, and I ignored them, and everything was fine.
Did you say prancing?
Real quick,
Yes,
I want to go
prancing.
back to Velia's
I was an
statement.
ogre warrior prancing.
Rajan Thorson, it's interesting that you mention the NPC grinding for faction, because I've been told by multiple people that the NPC grinding for faction is actually way too fast.
It is.
That people who have been grinding faction, they grind for like 3 hours and suddenly they're amiable. And that's why we need people to go and try that kind of shit, because if Velius goes live and you can get ally in 3 hours, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, the
You need
faction
people
grinding's
to
gotta
go
be
and
bad.
do some faction grinding and find out, is this going too fast? Is it going too slow? And if everybody just says, well, faction grinding's too hard, we're not going to do this. We've already done everything we can, and now we're just not going to faction grind. Well, we're never going to know if the faction grinding is dialed in or not.
And here's the thing.
So,
As far as direction, the beta is early enough where the answer is anything. Pick something you want to test. Start testing it. Be involved for the server on the while. Send bug reports in. Talk to Rogan. You'll get more, how would you put it, user support. You'll get more ability to further test the things that you're actually interested in. And you'll be making an actual difference on the server, especially as far as Velius goes. You'll go back in Velius and you'll do the same shit and be like, yeah, I fixed that.
Looks like Varen is having a problem where his /beta command is not working and he can't copy his character. I think earlier somebody in chat was agreeing with him that they couldn't copy their character either. Any word on that?
That should be bug formed immediately, or even petition formed, or both. But that should probably be brought to somebody's attention.
definitely bug formed, and I'll send Rogan a message about it tonight. He's not around right this second, so. And that's something that only he can address, so.
And then Sebastian SD and From Blood Red Skies, thank you very much for hitting the follow button. And for the rest of you, hit the follow button. It'll let you know when I'm streaming, and it'll let you watch on your iPhone or Android device. It'll
There's
make
big
me.
things coming for this stream.
There actually is. I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but there is. There are things incoming. So.
Now,
It's like Sirken Super Stream night.
What?
Wow, you said there were big things coming. What are you talking about?
Oh, but not tonight.
Gotcha.
Not tonight. We have
what a letdown.
we have a possible like legit giveaway coming up.
I was zoning out and I just heard big things and I was like, oh, we're doing it tonight, big things.
Nope, not tonight.
We do have Rakan Tiza. So I just tried to /beta copy and it said the server is currently offline.
Bug forum, I guess, right?
No, that's the same thing that we were just talking about a second
Also,
ago.
you tried from red and it didn't work.
I am going through some deja vu, but I'll send Rogan a message tonight, let him know beta copy's not working. Somebody could post that in the bug forum, because what'll happen if you post it in the bug forum is that Nilbog and Hanar will see it. And if Rogan has 3 people all bugging him to take a look at that, it'll get fixed right away.
The devs don't really check the petition form, and the CSR guys don't really check the dev form.
Right, exactly.
Two completely separate entities.
Yeah. Nilbog and Rogan don't usually look at the petition forum. Hanar doesn't usually look at the petition forum unless we point him to something in the petition forum, and vice versa is true. V and Sirken usually don't look in the bug forum unless somebody points us to the bug forum and says, "What's up with this?"
Yeah, unless I'm dealing with a petition and it's like, this is a bug, it's been reported, look.
Right.
All right, so we have Jeremy saying, "I'd test the hell out of Siren's Grotto if I could have."
Yeah, we're not giving Jeremy
Cast and
Cast
repop.
What about me?
Now, to address something like that, though, I mean, if you, and I might be overstepping here, but if you talk to Rogan or one of the other GMs and it's like, here's what I want to test, here's what I need to do it, it's very likely they'll set that up for you and let you test that for them. You can make your own specifics on what you want to test.
Surprised at all. If somebody wanted to, I don't know if anyone's tried
Depends what they're asking for.
getting in touch with Nilbog, and yeah, it depends on what they're asking for.
Of
But
course.
I also know that Nilbog's been pretty busy, and Hanar and Rogan have been working on code optimizations that are just taking up a ton of time because they want everything to be perfect. They want everything to be perfect server side when Velius drops, and they want there to be no lagging and no desyncs, and they want things to run efficiently so that it's not bringing everybody down. So they've been working their asses off on that, and Nilbog has obviously been doing the content changes, which can be time consuming, and doing the research is also a really big deal. A lot of times people post bug reports that are just like, well, I remember that this was the way it was on live, and then there's like 10 more people who all chime in. They're like, well, no, it wasn't that way, it was like this. And there's another guy who's like, well, hang on a second, it wasn't like that, it was like this. And then Nilbog has to go and do the research himself, which takes up 70% of dev time is actually going and looking and finding out how something was on Classic, on live. So those bug reports that have actual links to evidence, any bug report that Nilbog can just look at and go fixed pending update, means that he only spent like 20 minutes on that bug, which is great.
And that is another way you can help is if you go into the bug forums and see there isn't necessarily a lot of research behind this, or you know something else, and you find a source, that will get it fixed a lot quicker.
Yeah.
We have Zero Simkin. I'm curious why you wouldn't give Stargazer a level 35 on the Velius server, especially once you stream beta testing.
Cause I'm pretty sure I'll get in trouble if I just start leveling people's characters for them.
And the other deal is you do it once, and you now have the other 1,000 people that want the leveled character on the beta server.
Everybody's gonna want a custom character on the beta server. Well, he got the level 35, so I want level 60 with best in slot Velius gear.
And that just takes away time from the actual beta development process more than it would benefit from making all these characters that might not even get used for very long.
And let's talk about probably the most awesomest part of being on the beta server. There's a chance me and Derubael might show up and join your group.
Yeah, that's totally a thing.
That's a thing. We have
That is a
absolutely
thing.
just shown up and been like, LFG, bitches, and just gotten to work. I won't pull because I won't do all that, but but you know, I'm pretty good deeps.
Arg88 asks how thoroughly has POM been tested, or is all that jazz still down?
POM, sleepers, and something else is still not included with the beta testing. At some point it will be, but we wanted to get a head start on beta. So thanks everyone for logging in and helping us get that head start. And that's not even really sarcasm, like that's legit for the people who are. Just to clarify that.
Oh, Zero Simkin has a suggestion. Then don't do custom characters, just make class templates, or give us NPCs to faction reset spells and level up/down.
Sounds like a lot of work. Like there's no like here's the thing. You can't just like pick and choose like, oh, I think we're going to give this person this command, that command, and these two commands over here. Ha ha ha. Like you'd have to assign them to a level of access, and each level of access has a predetermined list of commands. And to do that, Rogan would actually have to create custom levels of access with those sets of commands.
And if you've ever done that, you don't want to do that.
Well, it's not that it's ridiculously hard or anything, but
Something always messes up.
it's time that he could be doing on shit he should be doing instead of wasting time on dumb shit that really isn't helpful.
If here's just a blue sky idea.
Give me
If
your
you
blue
gave
sky
if you
idea.
dropped an NPC right where the boat lands in Velius, and if you hail him,
He's
he just
there.
hands you an item,
Oh,
and you hand him back that item, and it gives you some set amount of EXP. You just hail him and keep handing him stuff, and you could level up characters on the beta Velius, right?
And you could D-level through Deathloop.
Could you
oh
do that?
man.
I mean, then people could level up fast, and they could do whatever. They could
And get to the
multi-box,
level that
could
they
do
want to
max
go
level
to as
stuff.
well.
Yeah.
I could bring that
Stop
up
at
to
a certain level.
Rogan, but again, that now you're asking for like a custom quest to be written real quickly.
Just one quest. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I think the more frustrating part is that at any given time we have probably between 150 to 300 level 60s on blue, particularly during prime time, and the population on Velius Beta has never reached over 150. So there's plenty of people with level 60 characters, and there's plenty of people with all level range of level characters who are just not going over to the beta. And I think the big reason why they're doing that is because they figure that my progress isn't being saved, and I'm going to do all this work, and I'm going to lose it. And it's like, yeah, well, that's true, but like you're never going to even get a chance to do that if people don't just go over there and test things out.
Mm-hmm.
I do also believe that if you do add in, maybe the commands for everyone or the leveling thing, then yes, a few testers can get the job done. Alternatively, we could get a lot of players on the beta server, and the problem really fixes itself because the content is all being covered.
I agree with everything you just said.
I have another question.
What's your question?
I did a beta copy like 10 levels ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go on the beta server and like delete that guy and then copy my current character?
If you just beta copy, which apparently is not working right now, but if you were to just beta copy, it would just copy that character over anew.
It would overwrite.
See now, if you've leveled up and made changes to your character, I'm not sure if it'll overwrite or if it'll just put an X at the end of your name.
Oh, so I'll have two.
You might have two, but you might not. It might just overwrite your character. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I know that when I copied my red, I have a GM tune on red and blue. When I copied one of each, it put my red tune on there as Derubael X, and my blue tune got just put on there as Derubael. But that might be because they were from different servers, because those are on separate character tables that are indexed differently. So that may be why that happened. Yours.
All right, you know what? I'm stoked. I think now that I'm level 40, I think I want to go test Velius. I've never been to Velius. I didn't play it back in the day. I played Knark.
God.
Didn't play
Maybe
Velius.
we can all group up, right? Like we can D-level, number one. D-level me and Sirken. We can go kill some stuff in Western Waste, and then you'll be able to experience Velius.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it on stream.
Legit.
I know that I spent like an hour the other night giving my Shadow Knight on Velius just best in slot everything, and then my monk
You can't do that.
He's in a completely different league of his own. Like I can't even play the monk because he can solo Plane of Growth because he's just got like all the crazy expansion gear from like 10 expansions in the future.
So you get to play with the beta like the rest of us would like to play with the beta.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
the thing, is that
Exactly.
if we start giving people access to like the summon item command or the cast command, like within the Titanium client, like there's no limits on the way that those work. So like if we give people full GM access, they're going to be able to cast spells that are buffs from 25 expansions into Titanium, or however many fucking expansions Titanium has. It's a ridiculous number. And they're going to be able to summon gear from 10 expansions in the future. I have an item on my monk that's like a 40-17, and it's a main hand weapon, and it just destroys everything. And like we don't want people to just summon crazy shit, and yeah, spending more time playing with the gear and the buffs than actually playing on the beta.
And also, it is kind of the ability to just stick around is kind of the reward for, volunteer service on the server for X amount of time. They've kind
Right.
of earned it.
Right.
Ricken. Shut up. Ricken Tiza P99 Wrath 187. Thank you for hitting the follow button. Everyone else, do that too.
Yeah. Now,
Now
is it time?
proceed.
All
Yeah.
right. Kajelin suggested shut down blue and red until beta testing is done, and I believe did
That's
that
what I
happen
said.
for Kunark?
Yeah, that's what I said. And Rogan's like,
Yep.
we shouldn't do that to them.
Well,
Then you'd
give
get
them a
your
week.
opportunity to slam dunk some people.
Oh man.
But yes, it has happened before, and it got shit done. Kunark came out. So, I mean, it comes down to if that's what it takes, they'll do it so they can make you happy.
And Kunark is beautiful, by the way. It's amazing. It works great.
I didn't beta test Kunark until the blue server went down. I didn't. I was like, look at all these open camps. This is great. Ah. But now I see the folly of my ways. Oh, god damn it. So, what are you doing, Uberbandit?
I am sitting here looking at your chat, making sure it gets answered.
Well, yeah, if you guys have questions, go ahead, throw them in chat because Uberbandit will get the good ones and make sure
On that.
that we answer them for all of you. Spamming. I guess it's not really spamming. Lyaa, you've been quiet. What are you up to?
I just joined a plane of Sky Raid with Indignation.
How's
Couple of
that
my
going?
guildies are there. We literally just started. We're on First Island. It's good so far.
Well, I
Apparently
might.
the bees are alive. I've only seen them once ever on this server.
Oh, damn.
All right, we have a question from Knix. Dear Uberbandit, what do I do if my neighbor asks me if I play P99? Well, it depends on how old they are. They might actually know what EverQuest is. If they ask you straight up, just like, oh, you playing P99? Yeah, you tell them. And you say, hey, I'm so-and-so, give me money. Nick says the advantage of being female, so free stuff kind of comes with the territory. Zero Sinkin asks, you guys still haven't addressed the rumors that Etfi is literally Batman. The fact that you won't address these rumors is telling.
All right, look. Ephi may or may not be Batman, but
You
if
have two
he
choices.
was, it wouldn't be fair for me to say he was because it would put him and his family and friends in very mortal danger because they would hurt them to hurt him.
It's true. If you reveal the Batman dies. So do you really want to know?
For all we know, that person asking is a supervillain.
Or you're Batman.
Me?
No, the people asking.
They wouldn't ask if Effie was Batman unless they were trying to get us off the scent.
Exactly.
Perhaps Simkin is Batman and he wants us to reveal if we know he's Batman or not.
Also possible. That is also a good possibility.
Well, you have us stumped. Congratulations, Batman.
Good job on picking a very server critical integrity type question.
P. Matkin says, if you had an NPC with custom quests for leveling up, you could actually have 3 of them to also help change faction while you level. You have given a mouse a cookie.
Wait, why would we give an NPC for faction? We want people to actually grind faction. That's something that needs to be beta tested.
No, I think he meant say he did the faction and it was the fast faction, and so you need a way to grind him back down.
Start killing faction.
If you
mates.
have high giant faction, start killing giants
and see how fast it goes down.
Yeah, I mean, there's
2 birds.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sirken, why haven't you stored my cleric epic piece yet, you slacker?
Petition form. Wait for either Eunomia or Derubael to verify it, and then after that happens, when I go through them, I will get to yours and restore said item.
This one is not a question, but I like it. Veyrun says, yeah, I joined Red, have reached level 12, and A, have not been PK'd, and B, not received Paxels. Girls get free stuff confirmed.
Girls,
But okay, was Varen
absolutely.
streaming though? Was he streaming?
They don't need to stream.
Because I'm not a girl, but people give me free stuff constantly.
Oh, interesting.
It's the advantage of being a celebrity.
Varen, you should shave off all the hair on your head and get a webcam.
Bjorn
want
Thorson
free
says
stuff.
he's pretty sure faction has been tested for like a month.
I'm
Well, it's
pretty
obviously
sure
not finished.
it hasn't because I haven't seen people on the beta server in weeks.
The answer is nope, everything is still broken. Go there and try your best to break everything.
Yeah, break things. That's what we want.
Anyone know if EQ... Oh, that's EverQuest next. Okay, never mind.
You can ask me an EQ next question. Go ahead.
Oh, Shay, I didn't... Wait, I didn't skip over your statement. Oh, I did skip over your statement. Make your name a darker color. Tell the story you said you would tell during the test stream unless I missed it.
Oh man, I can't. I decided it's not a good story to tell on stream because it's what it's going to do is it's going to antagonize a crazy person. And I don't mean like a haha he's crazy, but like a legitimate, certifiably, potentially dangerous, crazy human being. And
What story are you referencing?
oh man, hold on. Let me send you a secret Skype message real quick. But yeah, you can feel free to start looking for the next question.
All right. Let's see. We just have reports about how great Stars Rack is.
Yeah, I haven't
Bayroom
watched
claiming you
his.
promised.
I haven't watched his stream. How do we find your stream?
Give us the link.
He's the bald guy with the aviators and the disco lights.
Alternatively, Stargazer 775 in the chat. If you click on his name, you can follow him right there. Literally,
That'll
2
do
clicks.
it.
Done. You're there.
And yeah, it's certain that's a bad story to tell him.
Yeah.
Right. P. Mackin. Is there going to be a special plan for Carafrim? Like some sort of different event or actual loot or something? Anything but the lameness that Sony had for him when woken? Answer is shit's classic.
Pretty sure that we can confirm that that's going to be classic.
People will have the ability to fuck everyone else.
Yes,
It's
exactly. Exactly what Uberbandit just said.
Will you have the
I know
ability
that
to reset the server?
Nilbog's a big fan of classic, and Nilbog's a big fan of Terraform being probably the biggest mindfuck and the biggest joke on any MMO ever.
I mean, he embodies what EverQuest is.
Right.
EverQuest does not want you to play it. Get that out of your head right now. It doesn't want you there.
That's probably the best part about EverQuest.
Exactly. You ride EverQuest and you mount it, you conquer it.
As we were talking at the beginning, it's like an abusive relationship, except one, where the stuff that goes on in the bedroom is like really, really good.
R88, the EQ Cold War begins. Pretty much. I mean, guilds might care enough to start defending it. It's a thing. As far as I know, that zone is like negative CSR, so.
There is going to be Sleeper's Temple cockblock, without a doubt. There is no question about that. Anybody who's not, I mean, realistically, I'm going to be honest here, anybody who's not IB or TMO is probably not going to see Sleeper's Temple anytime soon. Because they don't want people in there, they don't want somebody screwing up the warders.
Would you go so far as to say they're probably not going to have a good time there?
Yeah, they're probably going to have a bad time.
Yeah, Oshai, that might actually signal my return. I'm not going to lie, I might just log in to protect the sleeper every now and again. Keep it up on the other monitor, just watch it. And
What you need to do is you need to get into TMO and cockblock something. I'm not going to say it on stream, but cockblock something so that nobody can get in there and kill the sleeper.
I thought it was going to be CSR zone. Because that was
It wasn't no CSR zone on live.
very good.
And that doesn't mean it's gonna be like train the shit out of each other, but it's probably gonna be like we don't do corpse recoveries and stuff like that.
Why can't it be no train each other? I mean, why can't it be train the shit out of each other?
Well, I don't know.
I would be okay with that. Just
I would be okay with that too.
have
That's
that
the only
on the
way we're gonna
record.
not get the sleep provoking.
I think that Sirken and I are perfectly okay with VP being train the shit out of each other as well.
Sirken definitely is. Sirken always has been.
Yeah. I agree with everything you just said.
Oh.
All right, things
Yes.
have been agreed with.
Yeah, VP got harder when it became no train zone.
Yeah, because you had to actually watch what you were doing. You couldn't just pull the entire fucking
Oh,
zone
shit.
up into one of the empty
Well,
rooms.
there's also pathing bugs too.
Yeah, you know, I'm aware of that. Somebody needs to take fraps of these pathing bugs and send them in.
Your name, I want to pronounce it right, I'm sorry, but you say you're not sure why guilds other than TMO/IB won't be in Sleeper's Tomb. I'm pretty sure Class R guild will have access to the key mobs.
I mean, sure, they're gonna have the same shot at the key mobs that everybody else will, but if the way that the raid scene went for the last 2 years is any indication, unless the Class R guilds really, really, really want to get into Sleeper's Temple or Sleeper's Tomb, they're probably not going to.
Second follow-up question, what the hell is a Class R guild?
Oh, Uberbandit, you were gone for this whole
Yep.
shenanigan. You remember a while back when we had you on stream, we were talking. I went on this big spiel about what the raid guilds want, and what the casual guilds want, and blah blah
Indeed.
blah.
Yep, that whole
Well,
drama.
the end result of that was that P99 was split into basically 1/3 and 2/3. You got the 1/3 of the hardcores, and the 2/3 of the casuals are split into two separate factions. You've got Class R, which stands for, I wanted to say it stands for relaxed, but I think it actually stands for restricted. And then you've got Class C.
That was rotation.
No, it's restricted because they're
Raid?
restricted on the number of mobs. And then C is competitive. So the competitive class has no restrictions on mobs. They can pretty much do whatever they want, except they can't kill Class R mobs.
I see. So basically, it's like if you want to be competitive and do everything you want, you don't get guaranteed mobs.
Right.
Well,
Right.
we
But
also
you have a
can't train
chance
each other.
at the bigger ones.
Well, nobody can train anybody.
Right.
So I don't know why that's special or worth mentioning. But to Dylan, to answer your question, I would fully expect everything to be FFA in Velius.
You Mad Brew wants to know, can I get my corpse back if it rotted months ago?
Yes.
You sure
Yeah.
can.
Petition, baby.
Petition in game. It'll take 30 seconds. It'll take 30 seconds from when a GM sees your petition.
Right.
I'm also curious if he's mad about losing his corpse.
He should be.
I mean, that's the thing that happens though. You die and then you go and you throw your keyboard across the room and then you just don't touch EverQuest for a month and then you come back and you're like, yeah, I want to ever fuck. My corpse is rotted. And what it comes down to is the GMs are here to make sure you have a good time on the server.
Wait a second. I don't think that's the case.
No, that's entirely accurate. Entirely accurate.
So if I'm bored, I can just start sending random tells to GMs because
People
it's their
do that.
responsibility to
Yeah,
entertain me.
that's
People
thing.
absolutely
Funny-
get bored and
funny
send
that
me
he says
random
that.
tells.